like start it off, and then we can get things rolling.
Sounds good, man.
All right. So, what's up, guys? It's Jagged Josh, and I'm with my brother GRZ, and this is the Something.jpeg Podcast.
Something.jpeg.
Whatever the intro is going to be. Yeah, that's the intro for you guys. Anyway.
Sweet. That's first week intro.
Yeah, exactly. So what's up, man?
What's up, man? How you doing? How you been?
Good, man. Let me go live a little bit on Instagram.
Sure, man. Do it up. Get those views.
Yeah.
Promote that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna type in.
I'll check on my phone to make sure that the live looks nice.
Which live? Mine or yours?
Yours.
Okay.
Check my Instagram.
What's up, guys? Live on IG. I'm doing first episode of my new podcast with my brother. You can't hear him, but you'll be able to hear me. So enjoy for a little bit. It's good, Matt. What's up? I see you. Anyway.
Yo, your hair though.
I know, man. I need a haircut.
Hold up. I'm gonna show my stream so they can see. You can't really see. Lights too.
I mean, I can see your face and everything.
Yeah.
So this is my brother.
Fro.
Wait, hold on.
They won't be able to hear me though. Sad day.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's all good.
So it is all good.
Yo, yeah. Are you watching my stream?
Yeah, I am. I put
That's
it
cool.
on the screen.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yes, sir.
They can't hear me, but like I said, find me everywhere at grzrt.
Yeah, I kind of want to put like on my IG live that like the link to your Twitch stream.
Yeah, do it. Do it, man. Do it, fam. grzrt. Tell them come watch. Come join us.
Twitch.tv.
Come join me, who doesn't stream very often, and tell them that I'm actually going to be streaming all the time now because we're doing this podcast.
Yeah, for sure.
Ooh, just bumped my disc.
Let me pin that instead.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know if you remember from what I had said, but I usually stream late, so I'm switching it up. Now I'm going to start streaming it around this time.
Yeah, heck yeah, man.
During the week.
Yeah,
just to keep it consistent, you know?
Mm-hmm. I need like an extra speaker, so like, because like I definitely
like
want to find out. No. I definitely want to find out a way to like do it on IG Live, so that you can hear both of us.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Honestly.
That would be sick, and like to just
like
do it for like a little bit.
Yeah, and do like one from your perspective and one from mine.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Love it, man. I love it. Yo, thanks for the shout out. I don't like that right now.
No problem. So yeah, this is gonna be our podcast, Something.jpeg. It's gonna be a media-centered podcast. Both of us are into games, movies, TV, everything above, and we just really like media and stuff like that. So this is gonna be the main focus of the podcast. So all you media heads out there, this is gonna be for you guys listening to two nobodies just chatting about media.
Yeah, man.
So
that's what we're gonna do.
Heck yeah, man. So, your opinion, what's the best game series?
Oh, we're jumping right into it.
Oh, of course, bro. Why wouldn't we?
We're going with a really tough question. The best game series.
Sorry.
So, okay, so there's going to be a couple, like, what does that mean? Like, when you say best game series, are you talking about like it's got multiple games in it, and and it's like it's like the most fun to play? Or are you talking about like the best storyline? Like, what do you mean?
All of the above.
All of the above? Gosh, man. It just,
or at least like one of those game series where it was like it resonated so much with you, whether you grew up with it or not. But like it's just one of those things where you just like you can come back to over and over again. Like something that has replay value or has a good story.
Man, I don't know. Am I a real gamer if I don't say Legend of Zelda? I don't know. Does my gamer card get revoked?
I don't know. I mean, it doesn't matter, bro.
Bro, I don't know. Legend of Zelda's classic, obviously.
Yeah.
So many different titles. So much fun.
Word. You said you like wasn't it? I think I remember you saying Ocarina of Time was your favorite.
Yeah, for sure. I love Ocarina of Time. I've played it way too many times. Um, Breath of the Wild, the new one, is obviously amazing.
I haven't played that yet. I don't
Some
have a
other good,
Switch.
yeah, we got a Switch here at the house, but some other great titles,
Nice.
obviously, Wind Waker and Twilight Princess are
Oh
legendary.
yeah, for sure. Twilight
Um,
Princess is awesome.
they're just so much fun. Those games, like incredibly fun.
Hmm.
But honestly, at the risk of getting my gamer card revoked, I honestly think that my favorite game series, like what I think is the best game series, is probably the Mass Effect trilogy.
Mm. Yeah, Mass
I'm
Effect is
gonna have
dope.
to go with that, and they're coming out with that with the new Legendary Edition, and
Yeah.
they're gonna continue this storyline finally.
Yeah.
So
Oh, they
like,
are. Cause like
yeah,
I
finally,
saw that they were doing the remaster, and I was like that.
yeah,
I saw a trailer for it, and I was like, I know Gabe's gonna love that.
yeah, absolutely. It's just talk about replay value, so much fun. The storyline is super amazing, super in depth. Obviously, a lot of people complain about the ending, but it's hard,
Hmm.
to end something that's super loved by all of the fans. So,
Right.
but the gameplay was great. It only got better over the course of the three games,
Hmm.
and the characters are very memorable. And I think that's what makes a really good game is when there are NPCs that like you remember as
Yeah.
characters for a long time. Because like I'm actually hard pressed to really think about like good NPCs from
Mm.
something like Legend of Zelda. It's like I remember the Gorons and stuff. I don't know them by name and stuff, and they didn't like stick in my memory. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think that Mass Effect really does that with characters that like you want to remember and that you actually care about. And I think that makes a really good game.
Yeah, for sure. Story
What on
wise,
what about on your end, bro?
on
What
my
is the
end.
best game series?
See, that's the thing. Like, I'm mad that I wrote this question down because like I don't have one. I have a few.
Well,
You know.
I just listed two, so
That's
go
true.
for it. Just
Um,
whatever comes to mind.
honestly, and people that know my mods know that I absolutely love Fallout.
Mm.
Um,
Mm.
I don't. I think, and I know people are gonna like absolutely hate me for this, but I like Fallout 4 better than I do Vegas.
Dang,
I know, and
bro.
yeah, every Fallout fan's gonna be like so pissed, but
That's fighting words.
it is. But not in terms of story because I think New Vegas' story is like a million times better. Like Obsidian is way better at like
Okay.
narrative, in my opinion,
Okay.
than Bethesda. But
Yeah, I
I
see that.
honestly prefer Fallout 4, mostly because of the gameplay. It feels very modern and it feels really
Okay. Yeah.
comfortable. Like games like New Vegas or like Oblivion, anything before 2010, is dated and just doesn't feel right.
Yeah, that's a good point. 2010 was a pretty big year for like making games have a different feel. We kind of like transitioned out of the
Mm,
gaminess of a lot of games
yeah,
and kind of became more like immersion, realism
yeah,
focused as a
yeah,
culture. Um,
definitely.
so yeah, that's a really good point. You know,
I mean, you could say that about most games, but I even feel like GTA was one of the first ones to do that because, like in
oh yeah,
GTA,
for sure.
yeah, like GTA San Andreas, GTA 3, GTA Vice City, like those games when they came out, they were a big
Yeah,
deal because they're
yeah.
unique.
I think I would say San Andreas still had a little bit of that gaminess, that kind of
Mm.
like,
Yeah, a little bit,
run around the city like collectibles kind of feel
a
like
little bit.
more in line with some of the older games. But yeah, I would say GTA also did,
Word.
made some big moves there. There were a lot of games. I think everyone knows Skyrim was kind of like a
Mhm.
benchmark of change in gaming and
Word.
uh, other things like that. But yeah, I can see that. I can see Fallout being, among the top 10 best games, top 5 probably.
Yeah, definitely. It's just something about the story, and I think I'm gonna do another video essay about it. And I have this theory. It's not really a theory. It's more like I guess you could say it's a theory. It's more like me thinking out loud, but
Hmm.
I want to call it, or at least have this idea around called the curse of Fallout. And by that, I mean that because you know how like people say the role of the Joker is cursed, like pretty much every actor that plays the
Yeah.
Joker like goes through something.
Right.
I
Right.
think there's something similar with Fallout, and
Okay.
I only say that because every company that has made a Fallout game, whether it's Bethesda or Interplay or that other one that did that one spin-off game. I think it was Interplay, but I think they worked with a different publisher
Mm.
at the time. They've always caught some flack, and they've always had very hard times with the Fallout IP. And
Interesting.
yeah, and obviously I don't think there's anything mystical about it, but I
Right,
do
right.
I do think that like the topic of Fallout specifically is just very very dark, and
Yeah.
and I feel like when you're working on a project of that nature, it kind of takes a toll on you, you know?
Okay. Yeah. No, I can definitely see that. Yeah.
Yeah, even with the newer games, because some people argue that the newer games are a little bit more lighter in tone, but it's still the same property, and there's still some of the themes from the like very first few Fallout games in the newer ones. Like,
Yeah.
like I don't, because people say they don't like the trailer for Fallout 76,
Hmm.
not the live action one, the one before that. It was like pretty
Right.
much in game.
Yeah.
I like it's darker than the Fallout 4 trailer. Like it's a little bit darker in tone, and it's like even though they use "Take Me Home, West Virginia," like if you
Yeah.
look at it objectively, like the way it starts is like super Fallout. It's like black and white.
Yeah.
The guy in the T-51, and he's just watching America just burn.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And
No,
like
it is dark for sure.
yeah, even though like that's dark, but like I love that because that scene alone encompasses everything that Fallout is supposed to be. It's just you're
Yeah.
looking, even though you feel, even though you're like he's in the armor, in the power armor, and he's quote unquote like feels like a god. Like he's completely helpless as to what's
Yeah.
happening before
Right.
him.
Yeah. It's apocalypse stories are always intrinsically dark and
Hmm.
you know scary.
Yeah.
Um, for sure. Also, The Last of Us made me think of that. It's another. I
Hmm.
would put that in definitely in the top three for sure of
Hmm.
some of the best game series as well.
Yeah, I haven't
Um,
played Last of Us, but
very, very obviously it's very similar to Fallout in the
hmm
apocalypse sense of being like end of the world scenario, and it's also just a gritty take on like people being just awful and like you live in a world like kind of similar to Walking Dead where it's like
yeah,
we
definitely.
are the Walking Dead,
Yeah,
dun
exactly.
dun dun, like that whole thing. It's very much like that where it's like people just being awful and like a struggle to survive. That's kind of like
Word.
at the core of the game.
Word.
Great cinematics, great gameplay as well. So yeah.
Hold on one second. I'm just gonna like go off on live on Instagram.
All right.
All right, guys,
Tell
join
them to
me.
catch the rest of it on Twitch.
Yeah, join Twitch. I'm gonna put it on my story, and I'll see you guys. And stay tuned for the new stuff that I'm doing.
Yeah, man. I would say something, but they can't hear me. So
Yeah. Oh, what the? So yeah, another
sounds
one of
good,
my
man.
favorite. Yeah, another one of my favorite series is Skyrim.
Oh yeah, Elder Scrolls series in general is
Yeah, heck yeah.
up at the top. I love it. Absolutely loved it. Loved Oblivion. Never really played
Morrowind.
Hammerfell or Morrowind or any of those, or
Hammer.
Arena rather.
Yeah, no, I was about to say Hammerfell isn't a game.
No, Arena. It takes place in Hammerfell.
Ah,
So I haven't played that one. Haven't played Morrowind, but I played Oblivion, um, and obviously Skyrim. And I'm super stoked for the next one. Naturally,
yeah, that
Elder
one's gonna take.
Scrolls 6.
Yeah, that one's gonna take place on Hammerfell too.
Yeah, yeah, I heard about that. It's gonna be pretty cool. Yeah, I'm excited about that. Skyrim totally revolutionized gaming when it came out. Huge map, amazing RPG elements where you could literally do whatever you want. Not really an incredible story, honestly, but like it was bearable and just gave players a lot of freedom. I feel like it was like it obviously wasn't the first open world game, but it was like the first really good like triple A open world experience that a lot of people bought into. So
Mm-hmm.
I think it's an important part of gaming history.
Oh yeah, definitely. It just works.
It just works, man. God Howard. It just works.
You already know.
Excited though. As much flack as people give Bethesda, I do enjoy their games.
Yeah, same.
So I'm not like out here trying to boycott Bethesda or anything. You heard about the Microsoft purchase, right?
Yeah, they just went through with it.
Yep, just finalized. So people are worried that it's going to be Xbox exclusive.
Yeah, I don't think that's the case.
I don't think it's going to happen either. I think at the very least it's going to be on PC because obviously Microsoft owns Windows.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess we'll see where it goes. I think it's a good move. You know,
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be a bad thing, and it's not like they're going to completely restructure Bethesda, so it's going to be the same creators. So
Yeah, I heard that there's a possibility that Obsidian might be working with Bethesda again. It's just a rumor though, because Obsidian is part of Microsoft.
I did hear that. That'd be very interesting.
It would be.
Obviously Vegas was really successful,
Hmm.
but I think that I also think that Microsoft will take into consideration like the deal that they had, and like, you know, I don't because I don't I'm nobody quote me on this, and if you're in, you know, gaming journalism or whatever, then you can correct me. But I'm pretty sure that what happened was that Bethesda told Obsidian that the game they had to use everything that Bethesda had already come up with, you know, the creation kit and everything, and that the game had to reach a certain score on Metacritic,
Yeah.
and that it didn't.
Yeah,
That
they
score.
said that they had to reach an 85 and it got an 84.
Yeah, exactly. And so I think that that's like, I think they're going to keep that in consideration and be like, the game didn't quite do as well as it did when Bethesda actually had it, and the IP has done very well under Bethesda.
Yeah.
76 notwithstanding. But I don't know. You never want to say never, right? Anything can happen.
Right.
Like, you never know. So I guess we'll have to just wait and see with bated breath.
Yeah, definitely. I would like to see something, because Obsidian is made up of. First of all, I think the president of Obsidian was the president, or at least the lead director of Fallout when Interplay made it. Tim Kaine.
Interesting. I did hear that they had some staff like between the two, that you know, people who were at Bethesda.
Yeah, why do you think New Vegas is so good?
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I love
because the people that originally made it worked on it.
Yeah, no, I think it was. I think New Vegas was really, really good. I will say that I wasn't a big fan of Obsidian's newest game.
What, Outer Worlds?
Outer Worlds.
Me neither.
I wasn't a big fan of Outer Worlds, surprisingly. You know, I really thought that I was going to be like a Fallout experience. And obviously that was a little unfair because it's not a Fallout game.
Right.
But I will say that I wasn't really impressed with the Outer Worlds, and I would like to see Obsidian do something more Fallout-y.
Yeah, same.
Than that game, you know.
Right.
It definitely, you could see the influence. It had a lot of that like that campiness that Vegas kind of had. But it was just I don't know. It didn't have the same level of creativity and the level of I don't know. I thought Vegas was a lot more fun than Outer Worlds. So
excuse me. Yeah, definitely.
I guess we'll see what happens. See what they do.
I think Outer Worlds was visually impressive, but I think the gameplay wasn't that good.
I would agree. I do think it was visually impressive. I did like the animations and the
world,
models
the level design and everything was really good.
Yeah, I did like that. That was definitely good work. Definitely a AAA game, just not quite
there.
Up to what I thought. Yeah, not quite there. Not quite what I thought it was gonna be. You know.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, other than like Fallout, Skyrim, honestly, I haven't played Cyberpunk in a while, so I can't really say it's one of my favorites, but it is really good.
I have heard that it's good.
Yeah. Let me think.
Did you play CD Projekt's previous titles, The Witcher? Very good games. Very good game series. I'm a little biased. I'm a fan of the books. So I've read all the books and played all the games.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think that they're very. I think The Witcher 3 specifically is very good. Witcher 1 sucked, but by the time Witcher 3 rolled around, they really like got it and like built
Mm.
a good world. Everything was handcrafted. There wasn't random encounters and like garbage quests. Everything was hand built, and it was really impressive.
Yeah, it looks really good.
You should play it. I definitely recommend it.
Word. I might consider it.
Any other games that you think are contenders for the best?
I haven't really played a lot of the series, but I know about it. Doom.
Yeah, I can honestly say I've never played it, but I've watched some gameplay. So you think it's up
Which
there?
one? The newest Doom? Doom Eternal?
Yeah, I did. I watched somebody do a playthrough of that.
Yeah, the thing, like I, I, I got Doom Eternal because well, for one, I wanted to have it as like a test for when I got my new PC, but I always really liked the concept of Doom and the story behind it,
Yeah.
like because I remember playing the very first Doom game, like when I was really young,
Hmm.
and then I knew about the other games that came out, like Doom 2 and Doom 64 and Doom 3. But from what I know that Doom 3 is like, it's still canon, but it takes place like in space. And they have to go to like Mars or something, and then there's like aliens
Yeah.
involved.
Yeah.
Um, and I just really like the concept because I don't know. I mean, I like stories. I like games with really good stories, but I also like games that just like are very like I kind of want to say mindless. I don't know if I want to say mindless, but the story of
I know
Doom is
what you mean.
yeah,
Yeah.
the story of Doom is very simple. Like it's
Yeah.
very to the point. It's like you're
Yeah.
the Doom Slayer, you have to go to hell and kill demons and you're the Doom Slayer. Like that's
Yep.
basically the story.
Yeah. It's
And
like
that's
go
what makes
shoot monsters.
yeah, and that's what makes the game awesome in my opinion
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's
There's
like
always a balance, Like sometimes it's games. Some people enjoy games that are very cinematic, very story based. They
mhm.
want to sit there and immerse themselves. And other people, they work full time, whatever it might be, and they just want to let their brains melt and just shoot things for an hour and not actually think. So
But
and
even
and
go ahead.
no, I was gonna say, even sometimes I enjoy this mindless
Yeah.
I'll play Skyrim for a bit and then I'll
Mhm.
quick save it and then just kill everyone in sight and then and just be done because it's just just do something mindless for a time. So
Right, but even with Doom, there's like actual lore to it. Like there's a story there. It's not
right,
like
I've
it's
heard.
just.
I don't really know it though.
And so like from what I know the story of Doom 1 is like the first one obviously. And it's basically like I think I could be getting this wrong, but I think it's that you're the Doom Slayer and you have to go to hell to like stop hell from reaching Earth. And that's like
I've
basic
heard something like that. Yeah.
I think that's the basic story of like Doom 1 and 2 and I think a little bit of Doom 64. Doom 3 is kind of like Doom 3 was like the first one in the series to introduce like the actual like story where it was like the reason behind hell coming to Earth and how Mars had to play a role in it and how like there was this like colony on space that was like trying to like really really stop it and try
Okay.
and contact the Doom Slayer. And then Doom, the one that came out in 2016, kind of picks up where 3 left off in that the Doom Slayer's back and hell is like very very close to coming to Earth and Doom Eternal is that hell took over places in Earth and you have to like wipe the Earth clean, so
Got
to
it.
speak.
Yeah, I mean that sounds pretty cool. Go
Yeah,
around and shoot some alien demon things.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
man.
really fun too.
Yeah, it
And
sounds
the
like
thing
it.
is with Doom, like they know their audience. That's why the soundtrack is the
Right,
way it
right.
is. Like the intro to Doom Eternal is probably one of the best intros in gaming history. Like
That
it's so, I know it's a bold claim, but like it's so true. Like you just have to watch it and you understand why Doom is so big. Like Doom is so loved by the fans and everything.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely. I know for a fact that it has a huge like fan base and a huge
Hmm.
following. So
I think it's one of those games, like one of those modern games with that classic twist, you know? Because games back then were
right,
like
right.
very simple and to the point, and not a lot of games do that anymore.
That's true. Yeah, no,
So like
I
I feel
feel
like
that.
Doom is like the love child of those classic games and a blend of modern stuff.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
That's probably why it does so well, because gamers miss that.
Yeah, yeah. In some ways, I could see myself getting into that kind of thing.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for lore though. You know me.
Yeah, same.
So
Honestly, I do enjoy lore too. Like I like games with deep lore and everything.
mm.
Ugh. Excuse me.
All right. What else have we
Freaking
got?
So yeah, dude. So I want to show you this deep fake, dude. Like, cause
Right.
when I saw this, my mind was blown. Cause I already knew, like, usually when you see like deep fakes, you know that they're deep fakes.
Usually.
Yeah. Sometimes they're really good, but
Sometimes they're really good.
this one is like very, very good.
Like top tier.
Yeah, this is like top tier. This is like
A-list deepfake.
yeah. Check the Discord.
All right. Is there audio on this?
Yeah, there is, but you don't have to play it.
All right. I gotta mute you then. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Just in case. Oh wow.
That's crazy, right?
All right. I muted it on Instagram. So dang, bro. That is
It's so
wild.
impressive. That's so impressive. That's probably one of the best ones I've ever seen. Because like he blinks at the right time and the expressions are
Dude,
perfect.
this is like low key really, really good.
Yeah, dude, the future's getting crazy with these deepfakes, man.
You can I can still see
Yeah, I can too.
I can still see areas where I can tell that it's not
Right.
good. But even like the shadow of his hand on his face, and when his
Mm-hmm.
hand passes over his face, it's quick
Yeah.
enough that like it doesn't really distort the deepfake at all.
Right.
Wow, that's impressive.
Isn't it?
One thing that definitely doesn't look right though
Mm-hmm.
is his teeth.
Yeah, definitely the teeth.
I think that his teeth are so white
Mm-hmm.
that it feels like they should be reflecting
Mm.
more, and they're not, so they look very dull. It looks weird to me.
Yeah.
Um,
I
it
think
looks
he's
kind of
using
fake.
I think he's just using the picture's teeth and not his own.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out if it's what's actually going on there.
It's definitely the
Um,
picture's teeth because
it feels like a picture, yeah.
yeah.
And there's also like a little bit of a line around the edges of the face where like
Mm.
between somewhere between his hairline and the wrinkles of Tom Cruise, it doesn't look right. You can see a little bit
Yeah,
of
yeah,
fade
you're right.
going on.
You're right.
And just if you follow like around his face, there's like kind of a line of blur. But it looks so good
It does.
that you could easily like if someone wasn't like inspecting it, you could just send them this video and like they would just be like, that's Tom Cruise.
Yeah, exactly. And it also helps that the guy's good at impressions too.
Yeah, I haven't heard it with the sound on, but I'm sure he's amazing.
Yeah, he sounds just like him.
Bro.
Also, that magic trick was kind of impressive. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, I wasn't even I wasn't even paying attention to what he was actually doing in the video.
Yeah, me
I'm
neither.
just sitting here
When
like
I first saw it,
I'm just watching this friggin' incredible
close to the
deepfake.
mic. Yeah,
I'm watching the trick now.
but like that.
Ah, it's
saw
all right.
it.
It's a simple magic trick. My friend's into magic, so
Right.
I know a couple tips and tricks, but
Yeah, that was impressive. Like,
That is super impressive.
deep fakes are getting crazy. Like, just the
Yeah, man.
technology behind it is insane.
The future is now.
Yes.
Future is now. Have you ever watched shout out to Corridor Digital?
Mm-hmm.
They do. I have a couple of deepfake videos out. They redid a deepfake on the Mandalorian.
Nice.
Don't know if you saw that one.
Oh, is that where they redid Luke Skywalker?
Yeah, it's spoiler alert.
Yeah.
To anyone who hasn't seen it
already.
but they redid it. It looked all right. It was pretty cool.
I mean, the
also
original
just-
didn't look too bad. Like, it looked kind of like obvious, but not really.
Yeah, no, it definitely wasn't like super incredible, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they're just out there to show like how good a deepfake can actually look, even
But the thing
compared to like.
But the thing you have to keep in mind is that they have a deep fake over a CGI remake. You know what I mean?
They
So it's not like
actually
they
didn't
just-
do that. They reshot the scene.
Oh, they reshot it.
They reshot the scene with a new
Oh.
actor.
Oh, okay.
And did the deep fake
Oh.
over there. I mean, obviously, putting a deep fake over a CGI construction is gonna look better because
Yeah.
you already have a good base. But they completely reshot the scene.
Right. No, I'm
Tried
only
to
saying-
recreate the lighting and
Oh,
stuff.
okay. See, I didn't know that, but
Yeah.
I know that somebody did that with The Irishman, where they took the DH, Robert De Niro, and Joe Pesci, and Al Pacino, and then they put a like deep fake over that, but that was already CGI'd.
Right. Yeah. And they
But when
did
they-
the same.
Yeah.
Someone
when they,
did the same thing with Princess Leia and General Moff Tarkin
Mhm.
from the newer Star Wars films.
Yeah, and that usually comes out really good looking.
Yeah. Well, I mean, of course it is because you already have a good CGI double.
I feel like movies should just do that.
They should, honestly. Like I think it's. I mean, I don't think it's going to be a budget thing because however many dollars you spend doing a CGI is definitely like several times whatever it
Mhm.
costs to do a deepfake.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean it's a
There are
crazy
some
technology.
There are some movies that have gotten that technique like really good though. Like I'm talking about so good that you can't even tell. Like I think Irishman did a good job,
Yeah.
but the thing is if the actors themselves were a little younger, it probably would have looked better
Yeah, obviously.
because those geezers were there and it didn't like you could just tell it was like not really like super great. But
Yeah.
But there is in the movie what's it called? Blade Runner 2048.
Love it.
There's
Love that movie.
Have you seen it?
Oh yeah. Oh, it's incredible.
There is a character that's completely CGI because it was a character from the first movie.
They
And
did a fantastic
yeah, when
job.
they pulled it, when I first saw that, I thought like I didn't
blown
even know about
away.
the actor. Yeah, that it looks real. Like I was like, whoa.
Yeah, that is definitely not a deepfake though. That is thousands, if not millions of dollars worth of some poor CGI company painstakingly making pores stretch over a model.
Yeah, for real.
That is a lot of CG work.
Yeah,
to get that to look that good, get the eyes, to get the face, to get the wrinkles and the way the face moves, everything 100%. It's possible.
Yeah,
it's possible. It's all just a matter of money.
Yeah, definitely.
It's crazy stuff, though. Crazy.
Yeah, deepfakes are insane.
Totally new territory for everyone.
I'm excited about the technology, honestly.
Yeah, I think it's really cool. I think that we're probably going to need to develop technology to, verify when something's been deep faked.
Yeah, probably.
It kind of, can put a wrench into things like facial recognition software when you can just put someone else's face over someone's face. But
yeah, exactly.
But whenever anything that is made can be unmade, so someone will figure out a way to make sure that it's safe,
accurate,
and we'll get there eventually, sooner or later.
Yeah, definitely.
Might take a What? Check something out. You got something else?
Yeah, check the Discord.
Is it another crazy deepfake?
No, it's just the meme that I thought was funny.
A meme. All right.
You don't have to put the sound on for this one. You get the idea.
All right. I don't need sound.
Nah.
I'm just gonna make sure. Perfect. Ha.
See,
Not a phone in sight, just vibing.
See, what's so funny about this is like senior prom class, 1998, not a phone in sight. Obviously, it's 1998.
Right.
So there's not gonna be a phone in sight.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
It's kind of the meme like that we have because we have like phones. Like and that like all that technology in the palm of our hand that like we don't pay attention to the world.
Yeah, that's not true.
As a generation,
I don't believe that
like,
for a second.
That we don't party or that we don't just go out and do things. Which is also this is just really funny because this just looks for anyone who can't see it. This just looks like a club. Like
yeah, exactly.
It just looks like people dancing and having fun, which is something.
I like the one. I like the one guy at the end where the camera's on him and he just looks like, "Stop filming me!" Like, please.
Yeah.
The guy looks like he doesn't even want to be there.
Well, I forget what it was we were watching. We were watching something like it was something like in the era of Game of Thrones. One of those like high fantasy things or something, and like it's like a bloody battle scene and like people are killing each other. And my roommate's like, "Look at that! Not a phone in sight." Bro, I lost it. I was like, yeah, exactly. It's like
that's fun. I'm about to start saying that now for like
bro, it's
movie
so
scenes.
it was
like
so look at that, not a phone in sight.
Like in Avengers Endgame, everybody Avengers assemble. Look at that, not a phone in sight.
Yeah, it's such a funny boomer sentiment. Like
I know it's like
when I was your age, we actually went outside to play, and it's like the funny thing about that is that like every generation can say that to the generation after them, like every single one. Like the cavemen could have said to the guys who invented fire, like, "Oh well, when I was your age, I kept warm by rubbing my hands together." It's like who cares? like
yeah.
we're past that now. We have new stuff. It doesn't mean that we're like not as good as you because you had it harder. Like that's the point of progress. Like
it's like a battle between like the Romans and like ancient Neanderthals. Like everybody's like, screaming, and then Nero's in the corner like, look at this, not a phone in sight.
Yeah, it's silly. Obviously, not a phone in sight. And
yeah, exactly.
Having phones doesn't mean that we're less likely to go out. I mean, if anything, COVID kind of has proved that for us. I hope that word's not banned on Twitch. But yeah, like honestly, like everyone's dying to go outside because of quarantine. It's proof that we like going outside and doing stuff.
Exactly.
I can tell you what, I'm ready to go back to Buffalo Wild Wings and watch UFC fights. I know you're not into fighting, but that's something that I miss from quarantine. Yeah. You know what? Not a phone in sight.
Exactly.
I'm sitting there watching the game. Not a phone in sight.
They say Helgen got hit by a dragon. Not a phone in sight.
You're too much.
Yeah. But that's so funny though, like to just see, like it's like to see like millennials and Gen Zs just becoming boomers by saying stuff like that.
I hope that wasn't a millennial or I hope that was ironic.
You really think a boomer made that meme? They don't even know how to check their @AOL email.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I hope it was ironic. I hope it's like somebody making fun of people who say that, not actually serious. Because
I think it was serious, but
I hope not.
Yeah, me neither. Because it's like so
ridiculous.
Obvious. It's like so obvious that it's not going to be in phone sites. 1998.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's. I think it's an ironic jab at that statement because that's a pretty common sentiment from boomers. Honestly, is that like technology has made us, I don't know, weak? I don't know.
Nah, bro.
I don't know what boomers think.
Yeah, they think that the technology is like a bad thing. I mean, it can be, but I honestly think that the advancements in technology we've made so far are just amazing. Like there's like I'm here for it all. Like I
Yeah,
hate when people say
absolutely.
that, but I am.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like smartphones are amazing. Like literally having
Yeah,
a computer in your pocket 24/7.
yeah, it's incredible. You have access to the internet. You can learn things.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I know that like another big boomer sentiment is that like we're lazy, I guess, and like we rely on other people to do all of our stuff for us or whatever that sentiment might be. But like honestly, I can't tell you how many times I've been in a situation where I didn't know how to do something and I just Googled it and figured it out and then I could do it. It's
Yeah,
like
exactly.
that's an amazing use of technology. It's like, oh, you don't know how to change a tire? Well, guess what? There's a YouTube video and probably several of them that can teach you exactly how in
Yeah,
case you ever need to do
exactly.
it.
And like
So,
boomers get up, and then they get upset where it's like, how come you don't know how to do this or that? It's just like, how
well,
the heck how do you expect me to be born knowing this?
yeah, well, it's like I mean, I don't know, but I can learn real quick if I need to.
Exactly.
It's like I don't need to go out of my way to memorize all of this information when I can learn it later
Yeah.
or when I need it and watch a YouTube video about it or come
Yeah,
across
accurate.
something at 3 a.m. while I'm scrolling on Instagram and a
Yeah,
little
exactly.
informative video.
Yeah, exactly. It's amazing.
I think it's all incredible. You know what? All the phones have all the phones in sight
Yeah,
because they're
for real.
important.
Um, shoot. Have you seen that trend? It's on YouTube. I don't know if it's anywhere else, but have you seen that trend where it's like, "Don't turn me into an oversimplified logo."
I have. It's a lot on my Instagram.
Oh, okay. I don't really
There's
see it on
like
Instagram,
there's been
but
so many Instagram posts that I've seen, or you know what else? I've seen a lot of Twitter threads that are like people just looking at different logos and like
word.
comparing like the original logo design to the modern like minimalistic logo.
Yeah,
So I've seen a lot of those. Yeah.
yeah. It's funny.
What's your take?
Honestly, I people are saying that it's a bad thing. I kind of like it. I kind of like how like some of these logos are being simplified. I mean, like I get the sentiment that you lose a lot of quality in the original, but like
Hmm.
I think that simpler logos are like the wave, and like it's the way to go now because society's moving at such a fast pace and technology is advancing, and the more it grabs our attention, the more we're gonna need to see things quicker. And I
Hmm.
think having a simple logo helps that.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like I can speak to this on a professional level as a uh, visual artist and visual designer and a marketing um, analyst.
So humble.
So humble. Uh, so 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 humble. I'm the humblest man on the earth. Um,
I'm
but in
not
all
like the
seriousness,
I'm not like these other tax collectors.
I thank God that I'm not like the others. In all seriousness, though, like I do think I can speak to it professionally, and so I personally think that it's hilarious that the only people that are complaining are people who aren't in
Yeah,
these fields.
accurate.
Like I'm not trying to be in a type of way. I just think it's funny because it's like, well, as a professional, I can tell you that that is absolutely the way you should do it and the
Right.
way that it should go because it's literally exactly what you said. Like in today's world, there is an oversaturation of content, and it's important that if you build a logo, that it is quickly and easily recognizable. And the best way to achieve that is to make it very simple and to have it have high contrast. So
Mm-hmm.
a simple shape, a simple letter with a particular style is all you need to be recognized because like you having a super cool over designed logo isn't really like no one cares.
Right.
Like everyone's out here
Accurate.
like, oh, I wish the logo was like this, but it's like no one cares. That doesn't you don't choose the fast food you like based off of how cool their logo looks.
Right.
Like, like that's not important. That's not the purpose of the logo.
Right.
The purpose of the logo is just so that you can recognize very quickly who this product belongs to.
Yeah, exactly.
So as long as it accomplishes that goal, that's all that matters. So you don't need your logo to be super overly designed, and especially you don't want it to be something that's complicated or very, very large with a lot of detail, because that logo might be blown up on a 4K screen, and it might be on someone's phone at a size of like, half an inch, maybe less, couple millimeters in length. And so if it's super over designed and super complicated and super detailed, they're not going to see any of those details. It's just going to look like a mess.
Right.
So you want it to be able to be recognizable at any size, a large billboard or a small phone ad, or a
Right.
phone, like an Instagram PFP, an Instagram profile picture is so tiny on the screen that, like, if you have a super detailed logo, it doesn't really look like a thing, And so if you can make it simpler, minimalism is the way to go for a logo. Like, save the expensive, fancy, detailed designs for like your website, your T-shirts, whatever other save it for the product itself, not your marketing. That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a lot of feelings, as you can tell.
That's good.
I feel some type of way about it.
Yeah, I get it too. I think there's also that like thought where it's like the original artist put a lot of work into said logo, and it's like you're kind of taken away from it by just making it very simple.
I mean, of course they did, but that's really I guess the curse of being in the business world. It's like, it's fast moving, like, and I feel personally, I think that every artist should sympathize with that. Like, it's going to be moving fast, and
at the very
it's going to
least
change.
Try to adapt, What
was that?
At the very least, you should try to adapt as an artist.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you have to know your market.
Exactly. And that market's going to change over time because culture is constantly changing.
Yeah.
I can understand the sentiment, but even if it was me, like, as an artist, and I did a logo design and someone went for something that was more modern, 10 years later, I'd be like, yeah, good. Like, you should change for sure. Like, you shouldn't be stuck with an old logo for too long.
Yeah, you definitely shouldn't be.
Gotta keep it fresh,
Yeah.
That's how it is.
There are some logos that are like have been simple for a while, like
McDonald's.
Yeah, I was about to say McDonald's.
McDonald's just an M, bro.
Yeah, it's just the golden arches.
And you know what? That has worked so well.
Yeah.
It's just golden arches. It doesn't need to be super complicated.
As soon as you see it, you already know what you're in for. Some diabetes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's how it is.
And there are some logos that straight up like haven't changed since they've been made. Like, my boy told me about this. The logo for CBS's Sunday morning segment has been the same since the 70s, and they haven't changed it.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's impressive. At that point, I feel like that's just more of a like a homage to
probably.
How it was.
But it looks good. Like, it's a good logo, and
cool.
it looks good even now. Like, like it was ahead of its time, I think.
Interesting. Staying power.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
And there's a lot of other logos like that too.
Yeah, I can't think of any off the top of my head. I know that there's been quite a few that have changed recently. Taco Bell and I can't remember.
Pringles just came out with a new logo this year.
Yeah, Pringles has a new guy.
It's the same guy, but just simpler.
Well, yeah. He look. It's like, look how they massacred my boy. It's like, what did they do to him?
Yeah, true. I thought the same thing, but I was like, whatever. It's just chips.
I mean, yeah, it's like I get it. You know, if it's gonna be a small logo somewhere, you just want it to
Yeah.
be a quick, easy to recognize thing. So
Yeah, exactly.
I get it. I understand.
The chips with the dip. You seen that video with Drake?
No.
Oh man,
What is this?
maybe next podcast. I don't feel like looking for it. It's funny.
Yeah, something.
Um.
For sure.
So, do you remember when we were growing up and we had those computers next to each other?
Next meme. Sorry. That's a bad reference.
I don't get it.
Never mind.
It's all good.
What were you saying?
When we had computers next to each other, like first we had it in our room, and then it moved to downstairs.
Yeah, I'm being perfectly honest. I don't.
Are you serious?
I think I remember there being 2 computers downstairs.
Yeah.
In the computer room.
That was where the
is
birds
what we
are
called
now,
it.
right?
Yeah, where the birds are currently.
Uh-huh.
The like little alcove.
Yeah.
I do remember that, and I think they still do it, but I remember there being like plastic up over the windows because it wasn't insulated.
Yeah.
And I just remember there being 2 computers there. I have a very distinct memory of someone else, not you. It was like someone was over to the house at some point, and they were using one of the computers, and then I was using the other one. And I have zero context for that memory. I just have that memory.
Dude, I remember when it was in our room, and our room.
I don't remember that.
Our room used to be.
I remember there being
room.
a computer in that room. I don't remember there being 2.
Well, our room used to be Mom and Dad's room.
I don't remember. I don't even remember that.
Dude.
I literally don't even remember that.
I think I remember so well is because, like, I've always been around computers and I just love it. But, like, I remember we had those big, bulky computers that we had Windows XP on.
Yeah, I was going to say Windows XP, the 1990s computers.
Yeah.
I don't remember being in that room. I remember when I was in the attic. Maybe it was both of us in the attic.
Mm-hmm.
I remember there being a computer in that room, in the corner, be like where the door is. Like if you enter the room and you look right, there was a computer in that.
Are you talking about my current room?
Yeah, your current room.
I don't remember that.
That I remember, but I don't know when that was in relation to that.
Honestly, dude, I remember when my current room used to be the homeschool room.
I do remember that. That was a while ago.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
And we had that tutor.
No, I don't remember that.
You don't remember our tutor, Crystal?
Oh, yeah. Wait. That was when you were in school too?
You mean public school? No.
No, I mean like that was when you were going to school. I thought that was when I was like 3.
I don't remember how old I was, but I remember.
The only memory I have of her was one day she walked me to school or something, or walked me home or something. I don't remember. I just remember knowing where she lived. She used to live. No, because I just remember like walking home with her or something. Like,
all right.
what are you saying? I was like 4, dude. It was on the street with the bodega. I don't remember what it's called. The street with the little corner store, the corner mart.
There's like 5 of them here.
Yeah, the one that's like up. Jeez, you're making me remember things. So if you leave the house, you go right, you go all the way down to the pink wall, and then you turn left. I think that's Dralaman. And you go up, there's a corner store right there. So she lived somewhere around there. That's literally, and again, I have zero context for that, like what actually was going on. I just remember being there, and I don't even remember what she looked like. I just remember knowing who she was.
Yeah, same, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. And as far as the computers go, dude, like, frick, I have very few memories of that computer. I remember the games more than I
Yeah.
remember anything else. I remember Math Blasters.
Yep.
I remember Spy Fox. I freaking
course.
loved that game.
Pajama
I
Sam.
remember Pajama Sam. Thunder and Lightning aren't so frightening.
What was the game called with the bug in a box? I forget the name of that game.
I don't remember the name of that game either.
Bug in a box. I looked it up the other day,
remember
but
that,
I forgot
yeah.
the name of it.
And I remember there was like a Frankenstein bug and Igor.
Yeah. That game was fun.
And there was just a bunch of little games on it. I don't freaking remember. And then there was a picture that I sent you just recently, of the Captain Crunch game that came in the freaking cereal box.
Yeah, I remember that game.
Bro, that game was amazing. We had like it was like Sonic Adventure 2 where you have like the Chow Garden.
Yeah.
It was like the same thing, except you were with these little crunchlings and you were like raising them and stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember like caring so much about getting my crunchling to like level whatever, like level all the way up or whatever.
I remember we had a VeggieTales game where it was like a point and click adventure.
What? I do not remember that one.
Yeah, and it was like a point and click, and there were like it was like some of the cast was like stranded on an island, and they had to like get out. I forget what it was.
Stranded on an island, bro. I don't remember this at all.
Yeah, and I remember
a VeggieTales game.
Yeah, and then I remember we also had 2 Mr. Potato Head games.
I don't remember that either.
Yeah, well, I remember it because I love.
You used to love Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah, I still do. I love Potato Head.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you the first thing about.
I heard they got rid of like the Mr. and Mrs. and everything in Potato Head. And honestly, when that news came out, I was like, Potato Head didn't need a gender. like
yeah.
I used to play with both, honestly, and the baby version. I used to play with both because like I didn't care. I just wanted Potato Head. You just wanted to like
you're one of those, like, even today you like character creation. Like,
yeah,
you just wanted to be able to build the Potato Head the way you wanted.
Yeah, exactly. Like I couldn't care less. So sometimes I would give Mr. Potato Head the purse, and like, and I'll give Miss Potato Head like the briefcase. Like I would just do
mustache.
Whatever. Yeah, I'll give her the mustache and everything. Like I didn't care. Like I just wanted to make
build the character.
Yeah, and I think that's what's important for kids. Like you gotta let them explore creativity and stuff.
You just wanted to have the arms in the eye holes.
Yeah, I used to do that.
Put the arm as the nose so he looks like an elephant.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember having 2 Potato Head games on those computers. It was fun.
No, I don't. Like I said, I just remember a few of the. I remember the like. The cool games, like the games that were like.
Cool games.
You know, like investigative. You know, like
yeah.
Like
I remember Carmen Sandiego.
That's why I'm surprised I don't remember the VeggieTales point and click, because that actually sounds like something that I would like.
Yeah, it was. It was good. I liked Carmen Sandiego. We had
Carmen Sandiego.
Yeah, remember we had Where in Time as Carmen Sandiego.
Yes, yeah.
I think we had another.
I remember that. I remember that one.
They
were hard.
They were hard.
They were not easy.
Yeah, I didn't really. I mean, I liked the concept and everything. I just hated playing it because it made me think.
Yeah, those were very, very hard games.
And I was like, this sucks. But I feel like if I were to go back to it now, I'd probably enjoy it. But back in the day, I was like, this is.
Math Blasters was just more homeschooling.
Mm-hmm.
We just didn't know it.
It was fun though, and Reader Rabbit. Remember that one?
I do remember Reader Rabbit. Was that the one where you could learn Spanish?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah,
that one was good too. Oh, remember? I forget what it was called. It was the one where. Treasure Cove, something like that.
Nah, I don't remember.
And it was like the one where you play as a deep sea diver and you have to like find the golden starfish.
Nope.
Oh, what was it called? Treasure something Cove, whatever. It was fun. And then the Arthur game we had. Do you remember that?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we did have that. We did have an Arthur CD. Yeah,
that one was fun.
I remember that. Yeah, man, those are good games.
They were.
At least, for when we were kids.
Yeah.
They worked. And then we got a PS2 and our lives changed.
Yes.
Forever.
Honestly, dude, I really wish that we had grown up with like actual PC games, because we didn't.
all of the things that we're listing were actual games.
No, I mean like games that weren't educational. Like games that came out for PC way back in the day. Like
I mean, Spy Fox and Pajama Sam weren't really educational.
yeah,
games.
they were. They were
I mean,
made by.
they were made by the entertainment thing, Big Entertainment.
Yeah,
Whatever.
yeah, but it was educational. They're known as educational games because they teach you things.
Spy Fox?
Yeah, of course.
What the hell did Spy Fox teach me? Spy Fox taught me how to point and
Gamble.
click and find a criminal.
Well, it was
That's the
an
whole game.
investigative game. It challenged you to like
Math Blasters was an educational game because
Well,
you
yeah,
just straight
but,
up
like-
had to solve math problems.
yeah,
to-
but with Spy Fox it was a little bit more. It was more gamey, I guess. But I'm talking about like games like
Like Diablo.
yeah, like Diablo or the original Fallout or like
There's
Can't
not
think of other
a
games.
chance. There is not a snowball chance in hell that our parents would have let us play any of
It's
those.
true.
I had
But they
to
were-
beg to be able to use Pastor Randy's PlayStation 1. I don't know
Yeah,
if you
I remember
remember that.
Yeah, I remember we used to play Bubsy on that,
Yeah. That was,
and the other game.
those
too
were
was
the
called-
real games.
Yeah,
Those were the real games.
and Spider-Man, the classic
Spider-Man, yeah, dude. that
Hello,
was a
true
good game.
believers.
Man, it's good stuff.
Rest in peace, Stan Lee.
Yeah, we didn't really grow up with video games, but then once the PS2 came around, we had actual games. So.
Yeah, dude, I remember when I first of all, I remember this like clear as day. Like I think we were like shopping in like Kmart or something, and I noticed the cover art of Kingdom Hearts 2, and I was like, "What on earth is this?" And I wanted to check it out because I noticed it was like what looked like Final Fantasy characters and like Mickey Mouse and Goofy. And I was like, "This looks interesting," and like I remember we got it and I plugged it in and I was like, "What is this?" And then I remember
Bro.
falling in love with it because like I had no
Such a
idea
good
what the
game.
heck Kingdom Hearts was.
Such a good game.
Yeah, it's a good game. I haven't played the third
Classic.
one yet. I want to though.
I haven't either. It's just been way too long.
Yeah.
I don't remember anything. Goofy was there, Mickey was there, something about a heart. I don't remember.
I heard Kingdom Hearts 3 is good. It's just a lot of exposition, like how it is with all of these games. But
Yeah,
I heard that 3 has it pretty bad because it's like the biggest game.
yeah.
Like most.
I also
of it is
heard
just,
that like they bring back things from games that were like previously insignificant,
Mm.
like the 352 over whatever.
Oh,
days.
so it's like you gotta know like the whole lore.
Well, like they bring in characters from those games that you have no idea who they are unless you played
Yeah.
those games, and they don't bother explaining them.
That's so stupid.
Yeah,
Yeah, the good games is just it's way too confusing for a casual gamer.
they're dense.
They're very dense.
They're
But
they're
that's how,
good
like,
games, but
most-
they're very very dense with lore.
Final Fantasy is known to do that though,
Yeah, they always are. And
which
what's
is
what
part of the
sucks is
reason
that
I
it's-
don't really like Final Fantasy as a game.
Yeah,
series.
and it's not like the story carries over. It's
Right.
like it's always just a new, very dense story every time.
yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Like I liked Final Fantasy X. I thought that one was good.
That's the only Final Fantasy game that I finished because I was so invested in the
Yeah.
story that I had to finish it, but I hated it. Like it was so confusing and it
It's
was
so
so
long.
hard and it was a terrible experience, but
yeah,
but I was like I need to play this game because I need to know what happens to Titus
right.
and Yuna.
Then he just like dies in the end or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, he's alive. They have
Yeah.
like 2 other games.
And I think what's his name is in Kingdom Hearts 2. The guy with the red hair. I forget his name.
Waka
Yeah.
and Lilo.
I don't know.
Lulu. Waka and Lulu are in Kingdom Hearts.
Ah,
Yes. Yeah, man. Good times.
yeah, it was a fun
Good
game.
times. They were very fun. I love Kingdom Hearts, but like I said, it's very dense. It's a lot of stuff to sift through.
Yeah, definitely. Still good though.
That's right. Still good.
It's not good right now
What?
is my stomach because I have to use the bathroom, which is a perfect note to end this episode on.
Perfect note. That
Yeah,
is, you couldn't ask for a better note to
nah, you
end
really
on.
couldn't. So thanks for
All
tuning in,
right, man.
guys. Stay
Yeah,
tuned for
man.
more. We're just gonna be talking, shooting the breeze, and doing what we do.
Yep.
And yeah, so
Yeah, man.
stay tuned for more content on my channel. Make sure to go. What is it for Twitch? Not subscribing, but what is it?
Follow me on
Yeah.
twitch.tv/grz_art. In
Yes,
fact,
sir.
you can find me everywhere at grz_art.
Same with me. You can find me on Instagram, YouTube. I don't use Twitter anymore because Twitter sucks. At jaggedjosh. I hate Twitter, bro. Twitter's like the worst social media.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, for sure. All right, guys.
All right. Thanks for joining us. Peace.
Stay tuned.